You can achieve everything you want to achieve in life. Do you know that you have a power within you that can turn all your dreams into reality? And if you listen to this book in its entirety, I promise you, your mind will never be the same again. Today you will learn how your superconscious mind can give you everything you want. Money, love, success, happiness, peace, anything. You were not born just to live and die. You are not an ordinary creature who wakes up every morning, goes to work, gets bored, and then falls asleep tired. You have a power within you that is connected to the most mysterious energy in the universe. And unfortunately, most of us are not aware of this power, so we use only 5 to 10% of our brain. The remaining part, which is the most powerful, is the superconscious mind. This is the part that sets the real goal of your life. So this is the center from where thoughts are converted into energy, and energy is then transformed into reality. Now imagine if you awaken that part of your brain, if you learn how to control it, can anything change? The answer is everything. Have you ever noticed that some people achieve a lot in life without any special abilities or resources? On the other hand, some people who work very hard still get stuck in the same place. It is not luck. It is the game of the superconscious mind. Those who use it without knowing it do not even know how they are doing it. But they are doing it. They have a belief inside, a clear vision, and most importantly, an energy that pulls them towards that goal. The superconscious is not magic. It is inside you, but it is asleep. And until you learn the technique to awaken it, you will be dependent only on your limited consciousness. Limited consciousness means the consciousness that questions, fears, doubts, and lives within limits. But the superconscious is above all these. There is no fear there. The word impossible has no meaning. There is only yes. Yes, it can be. Yes, it is mine. Yes, I deserve it. But this power doesn't just open up. For this, you have to change yourself. Your thought language, your thinking style, your inner voice, everything. And the first step is to accept that you have this power. As long as you think small, your superconscious will remain silent. But the moment you start telling yourself that I am infinite, I can create everything I think. My thoughts are my reality. That's when your brain starts working with a new frequency. This frequency connects with the same energy of the universe that creates and changes everything. You must have heard as within, so without. It means that as you are inside, so you will appear outside. If there is emptiness inside, then there will be lack in life. If there is fear inside, then there will be obstacles. But if you have the feeling of power within you, if you have clarity, determination, and vision within you, then the outside world will guide you, support you, and take you where you want to go. The superconscious is not an imagination. It is the hidden door deep down from where miracles are born. It is the place where Einstein got his theory, where Tesla got his discoveries, where Ramakrishna Paramahamsa felt Brahman, where Steve Jobs dreamed of Apple. These were not different people. The only difference is that they dared to go down inward. They recognized the superconscious and awakened it. We become what we think. This is not just a book, but a fundamental law of the universe. It is called the law of assumption. According to this law, you experience in your life what you believe to be true from within. This directly means that if you think of yourself as small, the world will also think of you as small. If you believe from within that you can succeed, then the roads will open. But if you think of yourself as a failure, then no matter how hard you try, your energy, your thoughts, and your entire system will hold you back. Many people think that they have to create something first, achieve something, and then they can think of themselves as something. But the law of assumption says that first believe, and then that thing will become your reality. This is where most people make a mistake. They say that when I have millions of dollars, I will feel rich, or when everyone likes me, I will feel worthy. But the universe does not work that way. It reacts to your circumstances. It reacts to your consciousness. What you believe on the inside is what you will create on the outside. Imagine that you have a magic mirror that shows you the image that you think in your mind. If you think of yourself as broken, weak, and defeated, that is what the mirror will show you, and that is what your life will be like. But if you think of yourself as victorious, confident, and strong, that image will become your reality. That is the power of the law of assumption. Your identity determines your reality. Now the question is, how do you apply this rule? It starts with looking within yourself. Ask yourself honestly, what do I think about myself? Do you tell yourself this over and over again? Listen to me, it won't happen to me. I don't have that much time. I have bad luck. If yes, then understand that you are unknowingly pushing yourself towards failure. Now is the time to break that old thought. Wake up every morning and tell yourself, first of all, that I am capable. I am worthy. What I want is already mine. These are not just words. These are seeds that are being sown in your superconscious mind. And like seeds, so is the fruit. If you start believing that your success is certain, then your energy will start working in that direction. People will be attracted to you. Opportunities will come by themselves. And what you want will slowly start coming into your life. This is the beauty of the law of ascension. It does not wait for any proof. It says that you believe first, the universe will give it later. That is, your belief first, its results will follow. Think about it. If you imagine yourself for the next 30 days as a person who is confident, clear thinking, and can win any situation, won't your body language change? Won't your thoughts, decisions, energy change? And when you change all this, won't your results change? Those who understand this rule make miracles happen, but quietly they have an unwavering belief inside that I have become what I came to be. What is happening outside doesn't matter to them, because their insides have already won. Every person wants something. Some want wealth, some love, some respect, some freedom, some fame. But the truth is that just wanting doesn't make anything happen. Millions of people in this world desire something every day, but very few of them can really achieve those things. Why? Because their desire doesn't have that fire. They don't have that passion, which can turn that desire into reality. Just saying in words, I have to be rich. It does not send any message to the universe. But when that same desire starts running in your blood, when it mixes with your every breath, when it robs you of sleep and makes you restless, then the universe listens and creation starts working on your behalf. That is the formula that is the essence of this chapter. Desire is as true as thought. Desire alone is incomplete. Thought gives it momentum, gives it energy, gives it a vibration that reaches the universe. This thought is the thing that changes your desire from a simple thought to a powerful command. The universe does not understand language. It understands vibration. And thought is the vibration that comes out of you and resonates throughout existence. Imagine that you have decided that I have to do something big in my life. If this decision remains only in the brain, it will disappear in a day. But if that is what you think and you wake up with that thought every day and go to bed with it every night, then you start molding everything around you in that way. You start changing yourself, and this change starts knocking on the door of this future universe. Your mind is a magnet, but its power increases only when you add emotion to it. It is the emotion that makes the impossible possible. It is no coincidence that the people who made history were not just smart. They were emotionally deeply connected to their own desires. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times, but he had that fire in his will that he used to say, I have learned 1,000 ways that do not make a light bulb. Nelson Mandela was in jail for 27 years, yet he had that thought in his will that could not break him, Dhirubhai. Ambani started from a petrol pump, but the fire within him changed the history of Indian. Corporate's desire without emotion is a hollow voice that cannot be heard even by yourself. But when you cry for a nightmare, when your eyes sparkle in the imagination of that goal, when your mind beats for that destination, then that energy changes your whole body, your gait, your speech, your decisions, your beliefs. Everything starts to fry in the waves of that thought, and from here the change starts. Many people think that when I become successful, I will be happy. But the law of manifestation says that when you start living with that kind of thought, then success starts to come to you by itself. That is, if you want your desire to be fulfilled, first feel it. First feel that feeling inside you as if you have that thing. If you want wealth, then act that way from now on. Think and feel as if you are rich. If you want love, then give yourself as much love as you want from now on. Thoughts are the signals that show the direction to the universe. It is like a radio. Until your tuning is right, you will not find the right station. You say, I want this, but inside you feel fear, doubt, despair. Then the universe will assume the energy of that doubt and not your desire. But if you say with full faith and deep emotion that this is mine and I am ready for this, then the universe will recreate itself so that it can work according to your calculations. Imagine that you close your eyes and have the life you have only dreamed of painted in front of you. You are holding the steering wheel of the car that has been your only goal until now. You are standing on the stage where millions of people are listening to you. You are in the house whose windows are filled with light. And that house is not just made of bricks, but of your faith. This is not an imagination. This is a technique called visualization, and it has a direct connection with your superconscious mind. Everything you have ever achieved in your life. First there was a thought, and the seed of everything you want to have today is also a thought. But thoughts change into truth or reality only when you can see them, feel them, live them. And therein lies the extraordinary power of visualization. Both science and spirituality believe that when you repeatedly experience something with full emotion in front of your eyes, your brain starts accepting it as real. And when the brain accepts it, the body, energy, and the entire universe take turns turning that thought into reality. Just 5 minutes every morning or night. That is the demand of this technique. 5 minutes where you are alone, quiet, and close your eyes and just see the life you want. If you want success, see yourself already successful. Imagine yourself sitting in the chair in the office you want to sit in. If you want to drive a dream car, hold the steering wheel, smell it, listen to its music, and feel its speed. If you are looking for a relationship, feel the path with that person. Laughing together, eating together, everything. All this sends images to your superconscious mind, which it starts to transform into reality. Because the superconscious mind has an extraordinary quality. It cannot differentiate between imagination and reality. If you see something over and over again, it accepts it as true. And when he accepts it, he pours your body, your thoughts, your decisions, your behavior, everything into that truth. And the most amazing thing is that when you repeatedly feel something, the universe starts sending energy in that direction. Athletes, actors, scientists, entrepreneurs all use this technique. Michael Phelps saw himself swimming as a winner before every race. Virat Kohli has said many times in interviews that he sees himself running in advance. Jim Carrey, when he had nothing, saw himself among Hollywood stars every day, and one day it really happened. But it's not just about seeing, it's about feeling. When you just see, the brain reacts superficially, but when you feel like you have that thing, like you live in it, then your consciousness goes deep and creates a vibration. This is that vibration. This is the frequency that sends signals to the universe. This is mine. This is already mine. There is a voice inside every person. That voice that whispers with every new step that you can't do it. He says, "What will people say?" You have already lost. There are millions like you. Are you special? This is not possible for you. This is the voice that has forced me to break so many dreams, locked up so many talents, and taught so many minds to doubt themselves. And the most dangerous thing is that this voice does not come from outside. It comes from within ourselves. This is the inner critic, which in psychology is called the inner critic. It is our old failures. It is born from social pressure, childhood words, and moral experiences. When someone tells us over and over again that you are unemployed, you are behind, you will never be anything, then slowly we start telling ourselves those words. And this voice becomes so common that we stop challenging it. It pulls us back every time and we accept that it is true. But now it is time to silence this voice. You have to understand that this voice is not you. It is a shadow of your experience. It is not your identity. The day you can recognize it, the day you will start changing the direction of your life. Because every time you stop yourself, when you get scared before doing something, you are actually giving in to that false voice. But what if you start answering it? If when it says you can't, you insist that you shut up. I am a new person now. I can and I will. This is not a drama. This is reprogramming. Every time the moral words have been reenacted in your brain, you have to counter it with positive words. Whenever the voice comes from within, you are weak. You say I am strong. It will say you have nothing. You say I have everything I need. It will say you have failed repeatedly. You say every failure is my preparation. I am ready now. Slowly you will see that this critic's voice will start to weaken. It will no longer control you. Instead, you will start to control it. Imagine you are sitting in a restaurant. You have a menu and the waiter is waiting for your order. You smile and say, "Give me a pani butter masala and 2 tandoori rotis." And then you sit down comfortably. You don't worry about whether the food will come or not. You don't go to the kitchen to check. You don't ask the waiter again and again, "Will it come?" Why? Because you ordered it. And now you believe that the food will come. This is where the real secret of manifestation begins. Those who fail to change their lives almost always make the same big mistake. They try to get that thing that they still think is beyond their reach. They think, if only I had it, if only I could be that, if only I could yawn as much. But in this if only thought, there is an energy of lack hidden, and the universe is a thought of lack. The universe responds where the vibration says, I have it. That's why this chapter says live as if you have it all. It doesn't mean you lie or pretend. It means you bring your mental state, your energy, your behavior, your thoughts, to a level where you start to see yourself as the person who has it all. That's identity shifting. It means feeling yourself first and foremost as the person who is living the life you desire. If you think of yourself as poor, your words, thoughts, and feelings will be in that poor energy, and this energy will attract things that are at that level of struggle, fear, lack, insecurity. But when you think of yourself as rich, when you give thanks from your heart for everything that you have and for everything that is coming, you enter an energy field where your reality begins to change. You have to start asking yourself this question today. If I had everything I wanted, how would I think? How would I act? How would I speak? How would I make decisions? And then start living according to that answer. When you see yourself living in that situation, your whole consciousness, your energy, your thoughts start flowing in that direction. And this is where the miracle begins. There was a time when Jim Carrey didn't even have a house to live in, but every day he felt like a successful actor. He wrote himself a check for $10 million and wrote it for acting services rendered. And within a few years, he was getting paid exactly that much for a film. He didn't do it because he was crazy. He did it because he had already started seeing himself there. He changed his identity into the person he wanted to be. This principle works for every person. Whether you live in a small town, in a one-room apartment, or in the worst possible situation in life, the universe doesn't care what your current situation is. It does care what your current energy is. So when you act like you're rich, talk like you're a winner, think like you're capable, the universe starts giving you opportunities, people, and situations. And the most amazing thing is that you can start this change right now. No permission is needed. No money is needed. You just have to change your consciousness. Imagine that the universe is like a radio station. It's always sending and receiving frequencies. Everything you think, everything you feel, goes like a signal to that station. But if there is one, the most powerful button to tune this radio into is gratitude. Gratitude means gratitude for the things you have and for the things you are about to receive. People often think that when their success comes, money or love, they will be happy and they will give thanks. But the system of the universe is the other way around. Here you give thanks first and then you get those things. It is not an emotional drama but a deep energy process. When you feel gratitude, you reach that energy where you believe that you have everything. And when you live in the thought that you have everything, that same thought comes true in your life. When you wake up every morning and say thank you for my dreams, you send a very clear signal to the universe that I am ready. I am already rich. Now it will attract to me what I need. Gratitude is like a magnet. It not only attracts things to you, but also removes the feeling of fear, worry, and lack from you. When you express gratitude for something, your focus is on the availability of it, not on the lack. And the one who focuses on the availability of things fills himself with the energy from which miracles are born. Now know a secret. The feeling that attracts the universe the fastest is a truly profound gratitude. A gratitude that comes from the heart, not just from the lips. A gratitude that says, I know that what I want is ready for me. It is on its way, and I am grateful for it in advance. Everyone who has made the impossible possible in life understands this concept. Oprah Winfrey said that if you are not grateful for what you have, you will never get what you want. Albert Einstein thanked himself every day for the mysteries he had not yet discovered. It is not luck. It is the vibration that is tuned into the frequency of the waves of creation. When you say thank you for that new house, even though you may be living in a small rented room, you send a signal that you have already accepted that house, and the universe begins to make way for it to be given to you. When you say thank you for the relationship that understands me completely, even though you are alone, your energy starts attracting the kind of people who deserve that feeling. And when you say thank you for the success that I have, the universe introduces you to the circumstances that make that success possible. But here is a condition. Thank you not constantly, but every day. Every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed, give thanks for at least 3 things. Although let them be small, like thank you for the hot tea, thank you for my body that is still with me today, thank you for the hope that is inside me. Your brain is not a stone wall that you build once and then it remains that way. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you train it with repetition, the stronger, faster, and more focused it will become. Today, science has proven that our brain can rebuild itself through an extraordinary process called neuroplasticity. It can create new paths and break old thoughts and give birth to new thoughts. But for this, only one thing is needed: constant daily repetition. Now think about what you have been telling yourself over and over again in your entire life. I fail. It will not happen because of me. I am unlucky. I will remain the way I am. Every time you say these words, think or feel these words, you have put a negative program in your brain, and this program is now running your life without your permission. But the good news is that every program can be changed. How? With positive repetition. Every morning and every night, when you start telling yourself, I am strong, I am a winner, I am the creator of my life, you are sending a new signal to your brain. These words are not just words, they are neural commands. The more you repeat them, the deeper they will sit in your mind. Just as a farmer cultivates the land every day and one day a crop will grow in it, so too your thoughts are cultivated. What you sow is what you reap. If you sow negative thoughts repeatedly, then the harvest of fear, confusion, and failure will grow in life. But if you sow positivity every day, sow confidence, courage, and vision, then the tree of success and clarity in life will grow. Behind every successful person is a powerful repetition. Great players do not shine on the field just because they are talented, but because they have repeated a move thousands of times. Great speakers inspire not just because they have the words, but because they tell themselves every day that my voice can change the world. If you want to change yourself, you have to start repeating your thoughts every day. Just like a yogi practices sadhana every day, not even for a day, it may seem difficult at first. Your brain will pull itself into the old pattern. It will say, what's the point of showing it to all these people? But that's the challenge. When you start challenging these negative thoughts, you are standing at the door of real change. You just have to take out 3 to 5 minutes for yourself every day. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that I am getting better every day. I have everything I need. My future is bright and I am creating it. Then feel these words. Don't just say them. Start living with their energy. You can also add small practices to it, such as positive journaling, writing 3 good things every day, mindful breathing and visualization. When you do all this every day, your brain starts moving in a new direction. And the most interesting thing is that you start seeing that your thoughts are now working for you, not against you. Have you ever felt that when you want something too much, when you are restless and chase it badly, that thing starts running away from you? This is not a joke, it is the law of energy. The superconscious mind works not only with words, but also with your emotional frequency. And when your desire is mixed with compulsion, fear, worry, or nervousness, then your entire energy is not with me. It starts working on such waves. That is why big desires, if made with nervousness, give the opposite result. If fear is mixed with desire, then it becomes a demand, and the vibration of demand gives this signal to the universe. I do not have it. That is why I'm crying. And the universe catches that feeling, not the words. You are saying from above that I want this, but from inside you are saying that I am afraid that I will not get it. In this conflict situation, the superconscious does nothing. It remains calm until you are calm, fearless, and filled with anger from within. Real power is born when you can say I want, but if I don't get it now, I'm not broken. I have faith that the time will come. When you can say it, I will get it, but I won't beg for it, because I have faith in my own energy. Then you reach the level from which miracles begin. The superconscious mind does not need any fuss. It needs clarity, patience, and deep faith. When you see your goal while being calm, you become its magnet. Then your energy says, I live in its presence, not in its absence. And this is the vibration that activates the universe. To understand the power of this calm faith, take an example. Look at the river. It flows calmly but has the power to carry stones away. On the other hand, a strong waterfall looks big, but its depth is less. Similarly, those who shout a lot from outside and get scared do not have depth. But those who are calm, centered, and peaceful from within have the power of true attraction. Just as a farmer does not dig the soil every day after sowing seeds to see if the seeds are growing, so do you. You don't have to be nervous every day and keep digging your desire. You just have to keep your mind, your thoughts, and your energy in the belief that I have planted the seed, and the fruit will definitely come. This is the idea of surrender with confidence. You are not giving up. You are trusting. You want. You recognize that I already have what you need. It's just that the time for its manifestation is certain. Your job is to be calm, to be active, and to be in the present. Because when you say from within, I know it will happen. And when you start living in that peace, things will start moving towards you without you asking. This world gives everything to those who do not run after it, but who stand with such peace and clarity that the universe itself knocks at their door. That is why remember that desire and fear brings delay. Desire and peace brings miracles. Sometimes we think that these things are limited to books. We think that maybe they work for those people who already have something. But the truth is that these powers are open to every person, no matter what their situation is. And this is proven by the stories that are happening around us every day, only we do not recognize them. Today in this chapter, I will tell you some stories that are not just stories but awakened hope. And maybe one of these stories can be your story too. Let's start with the story of a boy born in a slum in Mumbai. His name was Vikash, and he had neither money nor good clothes nor a big title. But he had a dream, the dream of becoming a millionaire. Every night when everyone was asleep, he would quietly close his eyes and see himself sitting in a luxurious office. He would feel that big deals were happening in front of him. He had a luxury car and people were leaving the road in his name. He didn't just imagine it, he felt it. He lived his dream so intensely that both his brain and the universe started believing that this was reality. Today, Vikas is truly a millionaire. He has his own startup and drives the car that he saw with his eyes many years ago. Now let's talk about Ria, who was from a small town in Bihar. Her dream was to speak all over the world and inspire people, but her path was not easy. She kept failing competitive exams. People laughed at her. Her family listened. Friends were leaving her company, but she didn't give up. She said, "I have decided and I will do it." Every day she would tell herself that she was an international motivational speaker. She practiced speaking, listened to recordings, looked in the mirror, and spoke as if thousands of people were listening to her. His superconscious mind absorbed this identity deep inside. Within a few years, he got his first TEDx talk. Today, he has visited 5 countries, and his words have changed the minds of millions of people. There are many more stories, like a rickshaw puller's son who topped UPSC, a housewife who started a business at the age of 45 and today runs a company worth Rs 10 crore, a school dropout who has become one of the biggest digital marketers in the world. All these people were not superheroes. They had no supernatural powers. The only difference was that their inner world was bigger than the outer world. They first created faith within themselves, and then the outer world responded to them. Every story was a pattern. They dreamed clear visions. They felt as if everything had already happened to them. This suggests a sense of certainty or visualization, that the people already see their goals as achieved. It's a common idea in positive thinking and manifestation. Imagining success as if it's already real helps the mind move toward it. They repeated it every day without stopping, and they did not give up their faith. Here, the focus is on consistency and faith. Repetition reinforces belief. By continuously focusing on a positive idea or goal, people strengthen their confidence and resilience. Whatever the situation, the superconscious mind works for the person who keeps him active even in the midst of struggle. This part means that even when life gets hard, a person's higher mental power, the superconscious mind, keeps helping. But only if the person stays mentally alert, positive, and determined. It's about trusting your inner potential and maintaining awareness even during difficulty. I hope you liked this book summary. That final part sounds like a YouTube outro, encouraging the viewer to engage, subscribe, comment, and reflect on what they learned.